penalties. The ball will just stay right where it is, which is inside the 5. We'd say at about the 3-yard line. They're waiting for the folks with the markers to get down there. Come on, folks with the markers.
Run. We still aren't sure exactly what happened to cause those personal foul calls, but we didn't see anything, but assuredly the officials did.
Tim Maxwell, who is in there on defense for Meadowcreek, was talking something over very unpleasantly with somebody from Newton County, and that's where those flags came from. Must have been some words exchanged there. And the penalty against Newton County, they spot the ball 2 yards back to the goal line. Now they turn around and they're going to walk it out 15 apparently. So for the Newton County foul, they get a penalty of 2 yards. And for the Meadowcreek foul, they get a penalty of 15. I like those odds. Let's keep that going.
Apparently whatever happened, it was in Newton County's favor. So they're now on the, looks like the 17-yard line.
Because Newton County was that close to the goal line, their penalty only is half the distance to the goal line. It was on the 4. That takes it to the 2. However, that doesn't work for Meadowcreek. 15-yard penalty against the Meadowcreek Mustangs, and Newton County will start it off on the 17. Started off on their own 17-yard line. Michael Sellers, give is to the back, who breaks free out to the 23-24-yard line, brought down by the secondary. We'll check and see who that back is coming out of that huddle, out of the pile of tacklers there. And the person who ran the ball for Newton County, well, we're still trying to catch his jersey number. Looked like number 21, Patrick Gaither. That's who it was.
In on that tackle, number 24, Gary Brown for the Mustangs.
It's a gain of 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 23. Second down. Michael Sellers taking the snap. Give us to Adrian Carr around the left side and tackled at the 24. Not much gain on that one either. In on the stop for Meadowcreek on that play, Ataya Shakir.
And Marcelo Baines was also in on that tackle for the Mustangs.
It'll be a gain of 1 for Adrian Carr and the Rams, who are now in a possession play situation, 3rd down, and 4 yards to go. Drew Denman, the center for Newton County, over the football. Sellers over him. They're going to that spread formation, 1 back, 2 folks, 1 split to either side, and the give is to Gaither. Gaither, not much yardage to the 25, then brought back behind the 25. They'll give him forward progress, but not nearly enough for the first down for Gaither.
In on that tackle, number 78, Charlie Cook for the Mustangs. He was assisted by several other defenders, which they've had. Actually, I made a mistake there. I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong thing tonight. Number 78 is Evan Gibson. I am getting confused.
I was hoping
already in the first quarter. I'm already getting confused.
Well, I was hoping that Charlie Cook hadn't tackled his own man for Newton County. He'd probably get in trouble with...
as bad as making a mistake about who they're playing.
Now, that's Mike Sellers' mistake. Tommy Taylor's back to punt on 4th down. It's a good, strong kick, and taken at the 40-yard line. Fair catch there by number 21, Jamal Jesse. We're going to take this break, and we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action after this. It'll be first down for the Meadowcreek Mustangs. They're on their own 42-yard line. Sullivan takes the snap, and the give to his back out to the 44-yard line. That give was to number 5 for Meadowcreek on the Meadowcreek offense, and we'll catch that for you in just a second. That's J.J. Lewis on the run. Gets out to about the 44-yard line, 2nd down, and 8 yards to go for the Mustangs. Newton County lines up in that 4-man front. Linebackers very, very close to the line. Linebackers have been the strength for Newton County this year. Pitch out to the right side. Number 34, Jimmy Bird, hurdles a man and is down at the 42.
Troy Brown apparently gave him enough of a scare that he fell over his own man on that play.
That's one instance where a guy did tackle his own man. Now, Charlie Cook wouldn't do anything like that.
Actually, I would have gotten that one correct had I done it that way.
Ball is on the 41-yard line. That's a loss of 3 for Bird and the Mustangs. By the way, the Mustangs line up Jason Fox, Greg French, Tommy Giles, Philip Gibson, Josh Sagal, and Ryan Moore along that offensive line, Ryan Moore being the tight end. Misdirection as Meadowcreek sends 2 men out wide to the left. There's a pass complete to number 9, out to the 43-yard line, out of bounds there.
Jamal Marks ran him out of bounds. Number 9 on number 9 in that play.
Percy Gaddis with the reception, but it'll be 4th down and long, and once again, Newton County defense doing the job. So the pass from Sullivan to Gaddis, but nothing doing for Meadowcreek. In fact, there's no gain, no loss on the play. So it'll be 4th down and 11 yards to go from the 41-yard line, and you got to think they'll be punting in this situation. Once again, back to punt for Meadowcreek is Eric McKee. McKee takes the snap, and the punt is blocked, and it will bounce at the 35 and go out of bounds. And a flag on the play. We'll check and see what the flag is.
Marcelo Baines blocked that punt for Newton County. We'll see what the officials have to say.
Marcelo Baines got in there and blocked that punt. Great job from Baines getting through that line.
Looks like a clipping call is going to be on
So we've got a clipping call. We'll see who it's on and where they spot the football.
Looks like it's going to be on Meadowcreek, but we're not exactly sure about that right now.
That's going to be one of the shortest punts of the year. In fact, it'll be a punt worth negative yardage because the punter starts back about 13 yards from that line of scrimmage. And with that punt blocked right there, penalty will be declined, of course, as Newton County gets the football in great field position. Looks like they'll be on the Meadowcreek 36-yard line. Offense breaks the huddle, but there's no football to go to, guys. Wait just a minute. Here they come.
They're excited. They're fired up.
Here come the officials, and the officials spot the ball at the 37-yard line. And, folks, that's a negative 4-yard punt for Mr. Eric McKee, who is kicking himself on the sidelines right now. First down, Newton County on the Meadowcreek 37, best field position that we've had so far. Back to the wishbone formation, Warren out to the left side. No score in your first quarter. Michael Sellers rolling out left, still rolling, still up, 35, 33-yard line.
In on that tackle, number 24, John Mitchell for the Mustangs.
Sellers gains 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 33. Michael Sellers with a swarm of Meadowcreek defenders around him, a slew of Meadowcreek defenders, as we say.
A plethora.
A plethora, that's another good word.
A virtual plethora of defenders all over him.
Unfortunately, not a plethora of yards, only 4 of them, and it will be 2nd down and 6 yards to go. It's spotted on the 33. Brian Jones will split out right for the Rams. Wishbone formation, Sellers rolling out to the right. One man to beat. He's got him to the 30, to the 25-yard line, and brought down in the secondary back there. Michael Sellers showing good athleticism once again.
He was brought down by number 78, Evan Gibson. He had a couple of Mustang defenders grab his ankles before he got there, but he had a pretty good hit by Mr. Gibson.
And that'll be a first down for Newton County, and the first time in this game that the Rams have picked up a first down. Meadowcreek has yet to pick up a first down. The ball is on the 25-yard line of Meadowcreek as Newton County trying to march it downfield using that ground attack. 2:52, 2:51 left in the first quarter. The give is to Adrian Carr, spins out to the left side, now stops and trips at the 20, still up. Now he's down at the 23-yard line, trying to stay up for as long as he could, and Jamal Jesse with a great stop for Meadowcreek. Gain for Adrian Carr after all that east-west running is about 3 yards. He ran about 50 yards on the play, just going from sideline to sideline. And it will be 2nd down and 7 yards to go on the 22. Time running down in the first quarter. Neither offense seems very potent here in the early going.
The clock's still running. There's 2:12 left in the first quarter.
Brian Jones splits out to the left side for Newton County as they continue with that 3-back set, that wishbone formation. Sellers takes it himself on the option. The pitch now to Adrian Carr beyond the 25 down to the 23 and out of bounds.
Actually, in on that was number 78, Brandon Thomas. I was a little off on, there are two number 78s, but it was number 78, Brandon Thomas, who was in on that tackle.
No gain, so it'll be third down, Newton County, with 7 yards to go still for a first down. Ball is on the Meadowcreek 22, 23-yard line. A minute 28, 27, 26, and just keeps on ticking out there. As we come almost to the close of your first quarter, Drew Denman, the center, has the football. Meadowcreek in a 5-man front now. Sellers takes the snap, now fumbled, and Adrian Carr going to fall on it at the 37 and just keep it right there. A botched third down play. Michael Sellers lost control of the football, but at least Newton County recovered the fumble. It's on the 37-yard line, a loss of 15 yards. And it will be fourth down and a country mile to go. You expect Newton County to punt, and Tommy Taylor is in there. He is the punter for Newton County. Back to receive from Meadowcreek. Jamal Jesse. Also Orentha Peavy. Also back to receive is Scott Green. Tommy Taylor takes the punt. It's a good high one. It's going to go close to the end zone, and they're just going to let it bounce there. It takes a Newton County bounce and stopped by Charles Bray at the 5-yard line. Good job by Charles Bray to keep that ball from heading into the end zone as it took that Newton County hop on the 3. And Meadowcreek, as we wind down in the first quarter, is going to be in very, very bad field position. Good punch from Tommy Taylor, not using all of his weight to get into that football, but just enough to get it close to the goal line. It's a punt of 31 yards, no return. And Meadowcreek will have first down, but it will be on their own 6-yard line. 16, 15, 14 goes the clock in the first quarter. I guess we'll see one more play. Here's Pat Sullivan over his center. Takes it in the give around the left side. Number 34 breaking into open field. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 being pursued. 45, 50. Cuts back down at the 40-yard line and tackled there. What a run by number 34, Jimmy Bird, who found a hole on that left side and just kept on going.
In on that tackle, a virtual plethora of Newton County defenders. Amongst them, of course, Troy Brown was in on that. He was the only one I could see in that big pile of Newton County Rams.
Even down there on the other side of the field after the pursuit, the Rams were there on top of him. And that should end your first quarter of action, and there it is, the end of your first quarter. We have no score from the Berkmar High School Stadium, and we'll be back with your second quarter of action right after this.
One thing every business...
Quarter of action, still no score here from Berkmar. The Newton County defense looking to hunker down now. A 57-yard gain on that last one from Jimmy Bird. It's on the 37-yard line of Newton County. Pat Sullivan about to take the snap. Meadowcreek 37 yards from a touchdown. Sullivan gives to number 5, J.J. Lewis. Lewis to the 30 to the 25 and tackled out beyond the 25. Another good gain on the ground from Meadowcreek.
Number 66, Newton County made the stop.
That's Jay Milligan you hear there on color analysis, and Jay joining us for a couple of quarters here tonight. Jay, your thoughts about the Rams? Your thoughts about the Rams here and the scoreless first quarter?
They look a little nervous.
It'll be first down from the 23. And here's the give, 34. Jimmy Bird down to the 10 and running beyond the 10-yard line. And now Meadowcreek in great position to score. Another give there. And on the ground, Meadowcreek getting the job done right now. Another first down for Meadowcreek.
Another tackle for Tommy Taylor.
Ball is on the 8-yard line. Meadowcreek breaks the huddle and lines up. Newton County in that goal line defense. 8 yards away from a touchdown. Here's Jimmy Bird driving up the middle, and just short of a touchdown is Jimmy Bird. Jay, what's the difference here for this Meadowcreek team? All of a sudden, they can't do anything wrong on offense running the ball.
They seem to have found some weakness on our right side over here. They're loading it up. They're putting a running back over there. Have an extra blocker out there close.
Call it on the 2-yard line. Second down and goal for Meadowcreek. As the ball is on the 2, and timeout will be called. As the Meadowcreek head coach goes out with a couple of players. Coming into the action is number 65, Robert Little. And we're going to take this quick break and be right back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action right after this.
Hair, Skin, and Nails, a remarkable tablet for beautiful hair, skin, and nails for women, now has a revised formula for men.
And surrounding areas, and we're at the Berkmar High School Stadium where it's the Rams and the Meadowcreek Mustangs. We've got 10 minutes and 45 seconds as we hang our heads out the window to check out the scoreboard. Nothing up there. Couple of goose eggs, but Meadowcreek on the Newton County 2-yard line. Second down and goal to go, and Meadowcreek in great position here. Pat Sullivan over center. Give us to Jimmy Bird. Bird driving, and touchdown, Mustangs. 2-yard run from Jimmy Bird. And on that drive, Jimmy Bird carried the ball 4 times for a total of 70 yards and a touchdown. Touchdown comes with 10:41 left here in the second quarter of action. Extra point time for Meadowcreek. In to kick the extra point is Paul Scherer. He's in on kickoffs and on extra points, apparently. Here's the snap. It's a high one. Here's the kick. It's up. And it is good. And so the extra point from Paul Scherer makes it 7-0 in favor of Meadowcreek. We will be back with more of your second quarter of Ram football action right after this on WGFS AM 1430.
September's best buys at
7-0 is your score in favor of Meadowcreek. 10 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in the second quarter of action. Kicking off for Meadowcreek here will be Paul Scherer, the guy who just finished kicking the extra point. And then on the return for Newton County, number 5, Adrian Carr, number 20, Cordell Benton, both of them standing at about the 2-yard line or so. And this kickoff about set to get underway as Newton County trying to muster something on offense. They have had a lot of trouble on offense here in this first quarter. They have not gone to the air yet. We may see a little bit of that. The kick is a high end-over-end kick, bounces at the 20, now the 15 and the 10. Fielded by Carr at the 6-yard line. Stops, breaks up to the 20. Now to the 25 to the 30, still running along and brought down at the 25-yard line, I should say. Tripped up and fell at the 25. And Adrian Carr had a shot at open field there, Jay, but tripped up.
Yeah, but he kept his balance by going with his hand on the ground and got 5 more yards. It was just a bad play to start with, but he almost broke it.
53-yard kick off the right foot of Paul Scherer. And the return from Adrian Carr goes from the 7 out to the 23, a 16-yard return. So Newton County starting off, well, not very good field position, but we'll see what they can do. They've got to go with a good ground game, maybe doing some passing as they split out Jamie Pruitt out to the right side. That's something new. We haven't seen that from him yet. On first down, gives it back out to the 25. He gains to the 25-yard line.
Number 65 in on that tackle. First man to hit him.
That's Robert Little. First in on that tackle. And Patrick Gaither was the one who ran the ball. He gained 2. It'll be second down and 8 from the Newton 25-yard line. Sellers again over his center, Drew Denman. Rolling out to the left-hand side. Finds a little bit of a hole past the 25 and down at the 27.
Stopped by number 45.
That's Tim Maxwell for the Meadowcreek Mustangs in on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards for Michael Sellers, and it will be third down and 6 yards to go, and the ball will be on the Newton County 27. Piece of equipment flying off of somebody and out of play there. That was interesting. They got that piece of equipment off the field in a hurry. Here's the give and out to the 31-yard line. Maybe the 32. And there's a fumble on the play, and Meadowcreek recovers the football.
Number 70 on the ball.
Tommy Giles recovered the fumble from Meadowcreek. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Looks like Patrick Gaither who ran that ball. Give him a gain of 5 yards plus a fumble. And Meadowcreek will take the ball on the Newton County 32-yard line. Pat Sullivan over center. Ready to take the snap, Newton County in a 5-man front. Dropping back to pass on first down. Pass is incomplete, intended for Jamal Jesse. Jesse trying to run with the ball before he had it. And Jesse couldn't do much with it and dropped the pass, so a missed pass on first down as Meadowcreek looking to shake things up on offense as well. Second down for the Mustangs on the Newton 32. Meadowcreek band right below us playing Tequila. Meadowcreek breaking the huddle, and Pat Sullivan takes it over center. Pretty good turnout for Newton County Ram fans here in this game as Sullivan takes the snap and the give out beyond the 30 to the 28-yard line. Jamal Jesse takes the run and loses his helmet in the process. Jamal Jesse. And it will be a gain of 4 yards for Jesse and the Mustangs, and it will be a third down situation, 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Just a reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll have the Blue Rambler Band Show. Talking about that Newton County High School band. They are here. They're here for all the road games and the home games. Out there waiting to play their halftime piece here at the Brookmar High School Stadium. It's 7-0 in favor of Meadowcreek. We have 8:05 left in the second quarter of action. Timeout will be called on the field by Meadowcreek, and we will also take a timeout, and we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action right after this. Nothing Mustangs your score. 3rd down from the Newton 28-yard line as the Mustangs looking to add to the 7-0 lead. Sullivan will drop back to pass on 3rd down. It's complete to the 20, 15, 10. There's a flag, and out at the 5-yard line. Pass was complete to Scott Green.
Could be a penalty on the play, though. Looked like some pass interference, either defense or offense.
Pass complete from Sullivan to Green. Officials standing around the 6-yard line. We'll see where the penalty goes.
Pass interference on Meadowcreek.
Now, Jay, what happens to the play there? That completion was about a 22-yard pass completion. Does it stand?
No, it goes back.
And my next question for you, do they repeat 3rd down?
If it goes back, yes, the down goes over.
They'll put it back at the 28 on the pass interference against Meadowcreek. And they're also going to mark off some penalty yards as well against Meadowcreek. Ball going beyond the 40-yard line. Going to be spotted at the 43.
A loss of down on that play, too.
So Meadowcreek gets hit big. They were in good position, but now 4th down and about 1.5 miles to go for a 1st down. They've got a long ways to go. It's on the 43. It's loss of down and 4th down and 22 yards to go after that 15-yard penalty against Meadowcreek, and they are going to punt in this situation, or at least they're lining up like they're going to punt. Eric McKee will be the punter. Cordell Benton back to receive the punt. He returned one a couple weeks ago, 72 yards for a touchdown. It's a bad snap. The kick just barely gets off. It's towards the sideline. Bounces out of bounds at the 18, and we have a penalty.
Roughing the kicker, number 52.
It's roughing the kicker on Newton County. Coach Cook unhappy about that one. Number 52, Marcelo Baines. Roughing up Eric McKee. Officials conferring at the 33-yard line. So that penalty against Meadowcreek put them in bad position, but Newton County may give the good position back to them. The officials are now at the 43 and ready to mark off the penalty. And the penalty is a 15-yard penalty. So put it right back where it was at the 28. Newton County, usually a very disciplined team. They haven't had much trouble with penalties, but in the past couple of games, they've had some trouble. 60 penalty yards last week against Lithia Springs, and they've had 17 penalty yards so far tonight. And now, Meadowcreek going to try to go for a 1st down. They don't get it. Jamal Jesse trips up and falls down, and number 58 for Newton County in on the stop. It'll be at the 30-yard line, and that will be Newton County 1st down, or it should be Newton County 1st down.
No, it was automatic 1st down on roughing the punter.
Now we have our situation straightened out. So at 1st down, Jamal Jesse takes the run and loses 2 yards. 2nd down on the 30.
Hit by number 52.
Marcelo Baines again in on the tackle for Newton County. Two-back set now for Meadowcreek as Versi Gaddis splits out to the right side. He is well covered. The pass goes that way. Nobody near it. And the Ram fans looking for an intentional grounding call, as that pass was nowhere near Versi Gaddis, who was well covered on that right side.
There was incidental contact. That's why they were hollering. They thought there might be pass interference.
So it'll be third down on the 30-yard line. Meadowcreek has 12 yards to go for a first down. Looked like Newton County had Meadowcreek beaten one time after the 15-yard penalty, but roughing the kicker on Marcelo Baines gave Meadowcreek a second life and a first down, but they haven't been able to do much with it. A run by Jesse, he lost 2 yards, then a pass from Sullivan, incomplete, intended for Gaddis, who is splitting out now to the right side. Wide open on the left side is number 37. And the give is to Jimmy Bird, number 34, who will be well short of a first down. He's at the 25-yard line.
Made a good tackle, number 32 for Newton County.
Rico Williams, great stop there for the Rams. It'll be fourth down. Ball is spotted on the 26-yard line of Newton County. It'll be fourth down and 8 yards to go for the Mustangs. And they're going to go for it here on fourth down, this far into Newton County territory, and with 6 minutes and 24 seconds left in your second quarter. It'll be a pass play, and the pass is complete to J.J. Lewis, and a first down and out of bounds, and Meadowcreek gambling and paying off here as they get the first down.
Run out of bounds by number 65 and number 85 and number 66, Newton County.
Jason Robbins and Tommy Taylor, the linebackers, in on that stop. It'll be first and 10 for Meadowcreek. It's on the 12-yard line. That's a 14-yard pass and yet another first down for Meadowcreek. And the Newton County defense has had some trouble. The penalty now looks that much larger. That penalty on Marcelo Baines. 12 yards to go for a touchdown for Meadowcreek. They're on that Newton 12-yard line in a first down situation. Give is to J.J. Lewis. And Lewis stuffed right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 6:03, 6:02, 6:01 left now in your second quarter.
52 and 58 were in on that tackle, plus 85 for Newton County.
It'll be a gain of 1 yard for J.J. Lewis. Second down and 9 to go on the Newton 11. Two running backs for Meadowcreek. Give is to Jimmy Bird right up the middle for a touchdown. Jimmy Bird, once again, that explosive runner, gets those legs in motion from that 11-yard line and goes in for a touchdown. With 5 minutes and 32 seconds left, Meadowcreek now leads 13-0. In to attempt the extra point for Meadowcreek will be Paul Scherer. Scherer, the junior, is 1 for 1 tonight on extra point attempts. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is good. Meadowcreek with a 2-touchdown lead as we've got 5:32 left in your second quarter of action. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action after this on WGFS AM 1430.
Face it, your life is complicated enough. That doesn't...
And we're back from Burtmore High School where the Meadowcreek Mustangs are enjoying a 2-touchdown lead over the Newton County Rams, 14-0. Paul Scherer is kicking for the Mustangs. Cordell Benton and Adrian Carr. Two explosive runners back there for Newton County. Kick is a high end-over-end kick. Adrian Carr will take it as a 10. Goes to the right side to the 15, to the 20, to the 30, and still up to the 31-yard line.
Hit by number 31 and 45 in on that tackle.
Eric McKee and Tim Maxwell helping out on the defensive end for Meadowcreek. So the kick goes 50 yards, and the return for Adrian Carr goes 20. And it will be first down Rams on their own 30-yard line. They've got 5 minutes and 12 seconds to try to put something on the scoreboard. Going to that spread formation, Michael Sellers rolling out to the left side after taking the snap. He's going nowhere, stopped well behind the 30. Official standing at the 27-yard line. Loss of 3 for Sellers. Second down, 13 yards. And the Rams, as far as offense is concerned, have really been in trouble. Meadowcreek defense has been playing very well. Meadowcreek defense being led by the brothers Shakir, Kamal number 52, and Ataya number 55. Wishbone formation now for the Rams on second down. And the give to Andy Rudd, who gets out to the 30-yard line, maybe just a little bit beyond. Not much, though, on the play. And it will be a possession situation, third down, long yardage. The ball is right on the 30-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain from Andy Rudd. Third and 10 for the Rams. Pretty much forced to go to the air now. They haven't done it yet the entire game. The Rams have not attempted one pass. They have run 16 plays from scrimmage, all of them running plays. Patrick Warren splits out wide to the right-hand side. He's being covered by Orentha Peavy. Sellers takes the snap. Rolling out to pass, left-handed quarterback. Tipped and intercepted at the 47-yard line. That tip was what did it. Scott Green with the interception. The first interception of the season for Newton County. Wouldn't have happened except it was tipped. Right before it got to Patrick Warren, tipped it over Warren's head. Scott Green with a very good stop, a diving stop. And Meadowcreek will be in Newton County territory once again. This is happening far too often. Now referee's timeout is called. We have got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in your second quarter of action. We'll keep it right here as Meadowcreek has a first down in the Newton County 47-yard line. Meadowcreek has put those 2 touchdowns on the board due to some fine running by Jimmy Bird and aided by some Newton County penalties. Rolling out to the right to pass and incomplete. Pat Sullivan looking for number 37, Scott Green, who just had that interception, but this one is incomplete as his receiver broke upfield just as he was about to pass. Incomplete pass, second down for the Mustangs. Coming out toward the sideline is Orentha Peavy. He will be out of the action as Meadowcreek goes to the 3-back set. Peavy had been used a little at wide receiver. Now Jamal Jesse in motion, going to the wide receiver position. Give is to Jimmy Bird. Bird, the junior running back, getting out beyond the 45 to the 43-yard line. 4-yard gain. It'll be third down and 6 for Meadowcreek. Coming out of the action is Jimmy Bird, and Peavy goes back into the action. And Peavy is out on that right-hand side in a third down and 6 situation. Here's the snap. Sullivan looking to pass, and the pass is complete to Jesse. A first down at the 35-yard line and brought down there. First down for the Mustangs.
Stopped by number 54, Kevin Johnson.
It's a gain of 8 and another first down for Meadowcreek. The pass from Sullivan to Jesse, and it's first down from the Newton 35. The Newton defense giving up everything inside their own territory. There's a give to Peavy out to the 30 to the 28-yard line and brought down by Rico Williams, among others. And time is ticking down now. 2 minutes, under 2 minutes now left in the second quarter. 7-yard gain by Peavy. Second and 3 for Meadowcreek at the 28. Jamal Jesse comes out to the sideline. He'll be resting on this play. Sullivan, a pitch out to the left side. Jimmy Bird to the 21-yard line.
Stopped by number 85, Jason Robbins.
Robbins making the stop after a gain of 6, though, and it will be first down for Meadowcreek. The 6th time in this quarter that Meadowcreek has had a first down. They are on the Newton 22-yard line. We've now got a minute 27, a minute 26 left in the second quarter. Coming up on halftime, and Newton County still has not put a point on the board. Sullivan passing, and over the head of number 37, Scott Green, who had broken free and headed toward the end zone. Pass was over his head, though. It'll be second down. Meadowcreek passing quite a bit here on first down, Jay.
Yeah, what they're doing, they're putting a flanker out behind the tight end. And they're running the tight end down deep, the flanker short, and a halfback going out in the flat. So they got 3 receivers. They're flooding the area over there.
78 seconds now left to play in this quarter. Wide receiver Versi Geddes splits out to the right. Give us to J.J. Lewis, who is stopped right there. Good stop on the 25.
57. Marcus England.
Marcus England making a good stop there as he holds J.J. Lewis to minimal yardage. In fact, there was a loss on the play of 2 yards. Third down, Meadowcreek from the 24. Third down and 12 yards to go. Meadowcreek has been stellar on third down here in the first half. One of the big reasons why they have those 2 touchdowns on the scoreboard. Sullivan takes the snap, looking for a receiver, and over the head again of Scott Green. Once again, Green breaking open down toward the left corner of the end zone, but incomplete. And 36 seconds left, and a timeout taken by Meadowcreek. And while they do, why don't we take this timeout? We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action right after this.
Your sports headquarters is Ludy Sports Shop in Newton Plaza. If you have a sports need, from fitted caps to jerseys to tennis.
And we are back, Kevin Holden and Jay Milligan with you, as we have 36 ticks of the clock left in your second quarter. Fourth down situation for Meadowcreek. They're on the Newton County 24-yard line. Couple of botched pass plays. And Meadowcreek in trouble here on fourth down. They're going to go for it, though. Sullivan drops back, looking for Green again. It's tipped, almost intercepted by Rico Williams. And it's incomplete, and the Rams will probably have time to get 1 play off, maybe 2. They've got 31 seconds now left in the second quarter. So passing on fourth down, incomplete, and the Rams at their own 24 have a ton of yardage to go. The Rams had not gone to the air in this entire game. They went to the air 1 time, and it got intercepted. Hopefully the Rams won't be gun-shy if they need to go to the air 1 more time. 3 wideouts, all split to the left side. Michael Sellers pitches to Adrian Carr, who is stopped at the 18-yard line.
Face mask on number 52.
52 for Meadowcreek, and that is Kamal Shakir. And it is against Meadowcreek, and that will help out Newton County. Every little bit helps in this situation, as we've now got 25 seconds left. It'll be from the spot of the foul, which is at the 18. And the ball will be trotted all the way out to the 33-yard line. So that penalty against Meadowcreek will give Newton County a first down.
But it's automatic first down.
So it's first down from the 33. Again, 3 wideouts to that left side. Michael Sellers dropping back to pass. It's complete at the 50, and going to be stopped there at the 50 is Patrick Warren, brought down by a slew of Meadowcreek defenders, but a good pass from Sellers to Patrick Warren, and Andy Rudd with an excellent block in the backfield there. Time winds down, 11 seconds, and timeout for Newton County. And while they do, we'll take this timeout, and we will be back with more Newton County Ram football action here on WGFS AM 1430.
At home video,
we've got 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Newton County is in Meadowcreek territory. Michael Sellers taking the snap. Lots of time to drop back and pass, and it's over the head.
Number 15, intended receiver.
Patrick Warren was the intended receiver. A missed pass, though. Now there's 5 seconds left, and you got to feel like Newton County will probably get 1 more play off, and that'll be about it. Second down, Rams. Just a couple of ticks of the clock left. 14-0 is your score in favor of Meadowcreek. Jimmy Bird for the Mustangs in the backfield has scored both touchdowns, a 2-yard run with 10:41 left to play in this quarter, and an 11-yard run with 5.5 minutes left in the quarter. Warren and Brian Jones split out to this side. Michael Sellers back to pass. It's a long one, and complete to Adrian Carr. It'll be out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Unfortunately, I believe that's going to be the end of the half, but what a play from Adrian Carr with 2 defenders, one on either side of him, making the catch. Officials are going to spot the football. And now they call the end of the quarter. Wes Billingsley, who had come out to kick a field goal, thought he may have had a chance there, but the pass was complete to the 15, and that'll be the end of your second quarter of action. Coming up on your halftime show, we'll be checking in with the Blue Rambler Band, and we'll be talking with Holly Robbins and Jay Milligan about your first half of action. 14-0, the unfortunate score as Meadowcreek is in the lead, and we'll be back. You're listening to exciting Newton County Rams football here on WGFS AM 1430.
This September on
Holly Robbins and I, Kevin Holden, we are here at Berkmar High School Stadium where the Rams are trailing right now, 14-0 at halftime, and the Rams have had some trouble on offense. They've had trouble moving the football, and Holly, you've got some halftime stats for us for the Rams on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, running, Sellers has had 5 attempts for 19 yards. Benton's chalked up 1 attempt, -3 yards. Rudd is 2 for 4 yards. Gaither had 4 attempts, 14 yards, and 1 fumble. Carr has 5 attempts and -17 yards. So right now, as it stands, the Newton County Rams have 17 attempts for 17 yards. Looks like they're only getting about 1 yard per play when it averages out. On the passing game, Sellers was 2 for 4, had 52 yards and 1 interception. And that was a very interesting interception, as it turned out, because it never would have happened had it not been tipped off.
The Rams have suffered from some bad luck on that play and also on another play, on a punt play where Marcelo Baines got up in the kicker's face just trying to block the punt. Got a 15-yard penalty on him for roughing the kicker. That gave Meadowcreek a second life. They turned it into a touchdown. The reason why Meadowcreek is leading in this game, pure and simple, their wingback Jimmy Bird, 9 carries, 102 yards, and a couple of touchdowns, both of them coming in the second quarter. As far as the air game is concerned, Newton County has done a good job of stopping the pass, something they didn't do in the second half last week. Meadowcreek is 3 out of 10 in the first half as far as passing is concerned for 22 yards, no touchdowns. Really just an incidental 22 yards, something you would expect to give up. Not anything really major for the Rams, and they've done a good job of stopping the pass. Now, if they could just stop this kid, Jimmy Bird, in the backfield, they would be in very good position.
It looks like Meadowcreek's taking a lot of chances with passing, being very aggressive as far as their passing game is concerned, and perhaps that's helped them out a whole lot with their 2 touchdowns, at least gaining a lot of yards in order to get into position where they can get those touchdowns.
And on 4th down, Meadowcreek a couple of times has decided to go for the first down on a 4th down situation, and a couple of times it's paid off for them. They had a 14-yard passing play when they were at the Newton County 26 on 4th down. That helped to set up one of those Jimmy Bird touchdowns. Meadowcreek has a 14-0 lead, and on the field right now is the Meadowcreek Band, the band from Meadowcreek High School, which is located up in this area in Norcross, Georgia, I believe, on Steve Reynolds Boulevard. Meadowcreek High School Band out on the field performing for the home folks here at Berkmar High School Stadium. It's a Saturday night game, so the attendance might not be what's expected for a typical high school football game, but pretty good over on the other side where the Newton County Ram fans are. They go to a lot of those road games and support their Newton County Rams. They're going to need it in the second half because Newton County trails by 2 touchdowns. We'll be back to wrap up your halftime show right after this. You're listening to the Newton County Ram Halftime Show on WGFS AM 1430. And we are ushering in another halftime show here on WGFS AM 1430. Kevin Holden here with Holly Robbins. And Holly, let's talk about a contrast between last week's 20-3 victory over Lithia Springs and this week a 14-0 trailing at halftime here to Meadowcreek. And as far as statistics are concerned, of course, Newton County running the ball with a lot more success last week.
It's just, you couldn't ask for 2 completely different games if you tried. Last week, Newton County had 337 yards rushing against Lithia Springs. They averaged 12.5 yards per play on the ground. This, right now, as it stands, in the first half, they're averaging about a yard per carry, and so it doesn't add up to nearly as much as they did last week. All 3 of their touchdowns were on just extremely long runs, over 40 yards. Adrian Carr had a 66-yard run in the first quarter. Mike Sellers had an 80-yard one in the third, and Cordell Benton chalked up one in the fourth with 45 yards. Last year, Lithia Springs was the one who was gaining all the yards. They had 351 yards rushing in their 26-21 win over Newton County. But this year, of course, Newton County just had the running game really going strong, and this game doesn't look like it's adding up to be quite as much of a running game for Newton County.
One of the things that Newton County did well last week was not turn the ball over. They held onto the football, only one turnover last week compared to 6 the week before. 7 fumbles that game at Heritage. They recovered one of those 7, but turned the ball over 6 other times. Also, another thing that they did that they haven't been able to do in this game is stopping the run. In the second half, Lithia Springs had 22 rushes for a combined total of 8 yards. And Newton County stopping them on the ground was the difference in that second half, as Lithia Springs only put 3 points on the scoreboard. Second quarter, an interesting point, because the Meadowcreek Mustangs put up 14 points in that second quarter. That means that in 3 games, in 3 second quarters that the Rams have played this year, they've been outscored 31-0. They're outscoring their opponents in each of the other 3 quarters. That stat probably doesn't mean a whole lot, but in this situation, being outscored 31-0 in the second quarter, these 2 touchdowns added to that total.
One problem also that we've seen, and they're not doing this week, but the Rams defense sacked the Lithia Springs quarterback, Craig Locklear, 4 times in last week's game. They trapped the Lion offense behind the line 10 times. That's just not happening for the Rams defense tonight. They're having a little bit of trouble containing the Mustang offensive line, and just not adding up to quite the defensive plays that they had last week.
Well, Meadowcreek is showing us some things on offense that the Rams didn't see against Heritage or against Lithia Springs, and this team runs a lot of misdirection. And this is something the Rams had better get used to, because next week against Walton for homecoming, Walton is the king of misdirection. Well, we'll be back, and we'll give you your second half of Newton County versus Meadowcreek right after this break on WGFS AM 1430. And we are back from Berkmar High School Stadium. We're set to begin your third quarter of action. Kevin Holden, and rejoining me is Holly Robbins. Actually, she's not rejoining me. She was with us for the halftime show, but she's here also for the third quarter of action. She was gracious enough to stick around with us.
My pleasure.
West Billingsley is set to kick off for the Newton County Rams, and back to receive for Meadowcreek, among others, J.J. Lewis, Jamal Jesse, also over on that right sideline. Looks like Versi Gaddis, who has been used some at wide receiver in this game. Looks like he's back there on a kickoff return. West Billingsley is waiting for the football. The referees are holding on to it. They don't want to give it up. They had so much fun at halftime, I think they just want to hang on to the football.
They still got a couple of seconds left according to the halftime clock, so I believe they'll probably just sit around and talk for a little while.
And that gives us time to sit around and talk for a little while.
Why not?
We'll talk about this first half of action where Newton County has not been able to put a point on the scoreboard.
This is their chance now. I mean, hopefully they can figure out what's been going wrong defensively and hold the Mustang offense back, as well as get something on the scoreboard.
West Billingsley has placed the ball on the tee, ladies and gentlemen. And the fans are on their feet as we're about ready for this third quarter to commence. West Billingsley is on the 34-yard line. His right hand in the air, getting ready to start it off for Newton County. J.J. Lewis in the middle of Versi Gaddis and Jamal Jesse. 3 of them standing at about the 10. Lewis standing a couple of yards farther back at the 8. Both sides now on their feet. And Billingsley comes up, and here is the kickoff. High end-over-end kick going toward the sideline, fielded at the 25 by Jesse, who is stuffed at the 27-yard line.
Adrian Carr in on that tackle.
38-yard kick for West Billingsley. Adrian Carr getting a little bit of defense in with that offense of his. The return by Jamal Jesse will be for a total of 6 yards. After the 38-yard kick, and Meadowcreek will have first down in their own territory. Important for the Rams to stop the Mustangs in this situation. 2-back set. Aretha Peavy splitting wide to the left-hand side. The give is to the back, J.J. Lewis, who is stopped right there. He isn't going anywhere. That Ram defense coming out fired up. They must have had a good talking to in the locker room.
Yeah, Reggie Benton in there trying to, it looks like he was making sure that they were going to get anywhere. He would not let go.
J.J. Lewis with a loss of 3 yards, second down 13 for the Mustangs. This happened last week also, and it also happened against Heritage. Newton County came out of the locker room in that third quarter very intense on the defensive end.
Looks like they're that way again. They look really, really fired up.
7 men on the line for Meadowcreek. The give is to Jesse, who is wrapped up and brought down at the 31.
That tackle made by number 64, Royce Mitchell. Well, actually, I believe that was him. Was that him on your side?
54, I believe, is who I've got on this.
Yeah, I couldn't see quite all of his shirt. He was under a couple of people at the time.
Newton County defenders in on that tackle. Jesse gains a total of 7, and it will be third down and 6 yards from the Meadowcreek 32. Again, Meadowcreek 2 backs and 1 wide out to the left side. Newton County a 4-man front. Safety's pulling up. Here's the snap. Sullivan is brought down at the 31, 32-yard line. Tommy Taylor and Rico Williams in on that stop for Newton County. And Sullivan, Pat Sullivan that is, brought down in another fourth down situation. For Meadowcreek, they've been gutsy throughout this game on fourth down. No gain, by the way. It'll be fourth down and 6 yards to go. Looks like this time they are going to punt. Eric McKee is in the game standing at his own 20. And standing in Newton County territory is Kareem Maddox and Cordell Benton. Here's the snap. It is a good one. The kick is a high spiraling kick which goes straight into the arms of Cordell Benton at his own 25. Comes down to the right sideline to the 40, to the 44-yard line. 43-yard punt from Eric McKee.
In on that tackle, number 65 for the Mustangs, Robert Little, who is actually one of the bigger Mustang defenders.
His name is Little. His size definitely is big. A 19-yard return from Cordell Benton. And Newton County will have first down in decent field position, their own 44. They trail by 2 touchdowns, 9:27 left in the third quarter. Wishbone formation. Patrick Warren splits wide to the right-hand side. Sellers takes it himself to the 47-yard line. Josh Sagal in on the tackle for Meadowcreek. Sellers gains a total of 3 yards, and at the 47-yard line, Newton County will have a second down and 7 situation, make it second down and 6 from the 46-yard line as the officials respot. Now Warren splits to the right-hand side. Cordell Benton, Adrian Carr, Andy Rudd in the backfield. Give us to Carr, gets a good block around that left side, trips though, and falls at the 47 and a penalty flag on the play. We'll check and see who the flag is on. Adrian Carr tripped at about the 45, 46-yard line. And the call is against Newton County.
That was a blocking below the waist call by the officials.
That's right, Holly.
I didn't know if you had said it or not.
No, I hadn't said it yet. I was just expressing my agreement.
Agreement with me. I thought I had tripped over you and said the same exact thing.
The officials have the ball at the 46. It looks like it'll be a 15-yard penalty against Newton County. The blocking below the waist. Another penalty against Newton County. They've had trouble with that the past couple of games. Newton County, usually a very disciplined team, keeps those penalty yards low. But this time, that blocking below the waist call. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. 10-yard penalty on Newton County. And it will be second down. And a long, long way to go. It'll be 18 yards to go for a first down. Newton is now on their own 36-yard line. Second down and 18 yards to go. Sellers takes the snap. Looks like he's going to pass. Here's the pass. It's complete and now dropped by Adrian Carr. Good coverage there.
Lorenzo Peavy hit him, but he had already dropped the ball by that time.
Sellers pass incomplete, and now Newton County in trouble once again, deep in their own territory with a third down and long yardage situation. Adrian Carr will come out of the action after dropping that pass from Michael Sellers. Even if he had caught that pass, Don't think there would have been much gain there. He caught it at about the 40-yard line. Still quite a way short of a first down. Now 3 wideouts to the right. Cordell Benton, Kareem Maddox, and Patrick Warren. And, of course, we'll see a pass play here on third down. Sellers dropping back to pass over to the right-hand side. Now he's going to take it himself. And he's brought down at the 43-yard line.
John Mitchell on that tackle for the Mustangs.
Nowhere near a first down. It's a gain of 6 yards. But a long way short of a first down. Newton on their own 42. And looks like Tommy Taylor will be in once again to punt for Newton County. Back to receive the kick, Jamal Jesse and Orentha Peavy. Those two folks have got to be tired. They've been in on offense, defense, and special teams.
Everything they can get them in on.
Tommy Taylor gets a good snap and gets off a very, very good kick. And it will bounce at the 30-yard line and bounce again and down to the 21. Takes a good Newton County roll. And the ball is spotted on the 22-yard line. That'll be a 30-yard punt from Tommy Taylor. We'll take this break and be back with more exciting Newton County Ram football action after this.
Face it, your life is...
And we are back from the Burkemont High School Stadium. With the run is Jimmy Bird for the Meadowcreek Mustangs, who started on their own 22 in this drive.
Looks like they didn't get very far. The Newton County defense kind of had them trapped in the middle there.
It's a gain of 2 and second down and 8 for the Mustangs. They're at their own 24-yard line. We have got 6 minutes, 49, 48, 47 seconds left. Newton County still has not put any points on the board. It is 14-0 Meadowcreek, and now timeout called by the Mustangs. They'll take this timeout, and so will we, and we will be back with more of your exciting Newton County Rams football game. Even though they trail 14-0, looking to get back in it. We'll be back right after this.
Your sports headquarters is Ludy's Sports Shop in Newton Plaza. If you have a sports need, from fitted caps to jerseys to tennis shoes and cleats, Ludy's Sports Shop can fill that need. Ludy's also carries baseball and football cards, as well as T-shirts and shorts. Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, and college teams are available. They have baseball and softball bats, and they'll do custom screen printing on jackets, shirts, and caps. Team and group orders are welcome. Call Ludy's today, 787-3014. Ludy's Sports Shop, Highway 278, Covington.
And we're back once again at Burkemont High School Stadium. My, that was awfully quick. 6 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in your third quarter. 2-touchdown lead for the Meadowcreek Mustangs, who are on their own 24-yard line. Second down and 8. Time being called as the Meadowcreek coach, Norris Vaughn, goes out to talk to his players. Pat Sullivan over center. Running some misdirection is Meadowcreek. Lots of guys in motion. Newton County looking to adjust on defense. Now they have. Pat Sullivan will take it himself. Will spin and be pulled down at the 24-yard line. No gain.
Torrance Brown was in on that tackle for the Newton County Rams.
And it's third down and long yardage situation again. Seems like Meadowcreek's been in this situation all night, but it seems like they keep getting out of it, just like Houdini, making those escapes.
Making plenty of them. This quarter, Newton County's been pretty persistent on defense.
Hopefully they can stop them here on third down. Jimmy Bird comes into the action. Jamal Jesse will now go to the Meadowcreek sideline. 3 backs. No wideouts. Now 2 guys splitting out to the right-hand side. More misdirection from Meadowcreek. Now time will be called again. And a penalty flag on the play. Possibly a delay of game call against Meadowcreek. We will see what the referees have to say about this. Meadowcreek trying to run so much misdirection, trying to throw that Ram defense off so much, they may even be confusing themselves here in this situation. And there will be a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. Referees.
No flag on play.
That flag that was thrown on the play was an inadvertent flag. Referee's certainly not playing around tonight. But there was no flag, just an inadvertent yellow flag on the play. Interesting, though, because it was thrown out at the 45-yard line, well behind the Newton County secondary.
Very well behind them.
So it will be third down from the Newton 24. Mustangs have their offensive game plan together. Well, maybe they don't. Now they're out talking to each other, and Sullivan still giving audibles to the folks over on the right side. Now they're set to go over center with 1 back. Here's the snap on the delay to Jamal Jesse. Jesse to the 27-yard line.
Virtual plethora again of Newton County Rams out there on Sullivan as he ran for that one. Number 84, Kelly Smith was in on that, along with just 5 or 6 other Newton County Ram defensive players.
It's that gang tackling that you like to see, and it's helped them in this situation. Meadowcreek is in a 3rd down and 4 situation, and they're going for it. No, they're not. Pardon me. I didn't see the kicker back there. There he is. That's Eric McKee. Meadowcreek will punt. It's a high snap. He gets the kick off, does McKee. Spiraling kick, bounces at the 45, takes the Newton County roll and bounces out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Out of bounds from the 44-yard line. First and 10.
That punt going from the Newton 28 to the Meadowcreek 44-yard line. A 28-yard punt and no return as it bounced out of bounds. First down for the Newton County Rams, who need some offense in this game. They're on their own 44-yard line, 56 yards to go for a touchdown.
They've still got just a little over 5 minutes left on the clock in this quarter. Plenty of time for them to get a couple of good running plays off, or passing plays for that matter, if they can get some offensive momentum going in this quarter.
Now Newton County going to that spread formation. Adrian Carr in motion. Sellers goes around the left side. He will take it himself to the 50 to the 49-yard line, past midfield, and that will be a gain of about 6 yards for Sellers.
In on that tackle, number 21, Jamal Jesse.
Second and 4 for the Rams. The ball placed exactly at midfield. So the Rams have exactly 50 yards to go. We've got 4:36 left in your third quarter. Rams down by 2 touchdowns. Brian Jones splits wide to the right. Again, that USFL spread formation. Cordell Benton going in motion. Here's the give, and Patrick Gaither takes it to the 49 to the 48-yard line. Brought down there by a couple of Meadowcreek defenders, and Gaither with a short gain.
In on that tackle for the Meadowcreek Mustangs, number 80, Gus Harmon, along with about 5 or 6 other Meadowcreek Mustangs.
It's on the 49. It'll be 3rd down and short yardage. And the Rams will huddle to talk about this play with 3rd and short. Do you go to the pass plays? Newton County has been successful on a couple of pass plays, but they've also had an interception, their first of the 1993 season. Or do you go to the ground? They're going to go to the wishbone formation. And the give will be not made, as Michael Sellers will take it himself and come very, very close to a first down. May have to measure for this one. He's at the 46-yard line. Officials spot the ball. And timeout will be called as they're going to measure. And here come those measuring sticks as they come out to measure for the first down.
It looks awfully close.
They're going to bring it out and measure. The ball is at about the 46-yard line for the Rams. They're in Meadowcreek territory. The measurement goes down. First down, Newton County.
A much-needed first down with 3:36 left in the third quarter.
Maybe that's the break that the Rams needed on offense to get that thing going.
Let's hope so.
It's on the 46, first down Rams. As Holly mentioned, 3:34 left in this quarter. Michael Sellers looks at the sideline. Not much time now, Mike. Get in there and give the play to your huddle. No delay of game calls, please. Meadowcreek will come up there in a 4-man front. They've been playing that 4-3 set most of the night. One wide receiver splitting out to the right side in that wishbone formation. Sellers takes it himself and tackled behind the 45-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage at the 46. Looked like a botched play, perhaps a bad snap there.
In on that tackle, John Mitchell for the Mustangs.
They'll give him forward progress, which is just less than a yard. Second down and 9 and some change yards to go. Time running out for the Newton County Rams.
About 2 minutes, 38 seconds left on the clock.
Michael Sellers taking the ball himself once again after the fake handoff and brought down. Coming up a little bit slow on that one. They get Sellers for a loss of 2.
2-yard loss.
It'll be third down from the Meadowcreek 48-yard line. 3rd and 12. As the Rams in trouble and looking to pass again, Jamie Pruitt goes out to the sideline, and splitting out to the left side is Patrick Warren, Cordell Benton, Adrian Carr, perhaps other people as we go along. Michael Sellers rolls out to the left-hand side, being pursued. The pass goes off, incomplete. He was hurried by Evan Gibson. Big defensive lineman came right at him, forced Sellers to throw that pass incomplete. Credit Evan Gibson with a hurry of Michael Sellers on that one. And it'll be 4th down for the Meadowcreek 48. Tommy Taylor comes into the huddle. You would expect a punt in this situation. The Rams are trailing by 2 touchdowns, though, and they need something on offense, some sort of spark plug. Andy Rudd winds up over the football, apparently hiking for the punt. Here is Tommy Taylor to punt. And the snap is a good one. Taylor's punt gets off a very good punt. High end over end kick. It'll be taken at the 19. It's fumbled. And we'll see who has the football. Referees conferring on it, and it is Newton County football. How about that one? Maybe that's what they needed.
What a play. With 1:41 left in the 3rd quarter, just exactly what the Rams needed right now.
That punt went 28, makes that 32 yards. A fumble and a recovery by Newton County. So it's on the Meadowcreek 20-yard line, and once again, 1st down for the Rams. Patrick Warren goes out wide to the right side. Rams running out of that wishbone formation. Sellers dropping back to pass, and incomplete. Intended for Cordell Benton.
Number 31, Eric McKee, in there on the tackle.
Open in the end zone for Newton County was Tommy Grimes, number 82, which Newton County uses as a tight end from time to time. He was open in the end zone, but Sellers didn't see him in time. Had to go for the short pass, couldn't come up with it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Rams as they try to get something going with a pass on 1st down. Patrick Warren goes back to the sideline. Correct that, he goes back in. And Tommy Grimes comes out to the sideline. And Newton County's going to call a timeout to avoid a delay of game call. And Newton County looks a little confused on offense. While they regroup, why don't we? We'll take this break, and we will be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football right after this.
At Home Video, we'll prove that we are
back from the Birdmore High School Stadium. We've got just under a minute and a half left to play. Newton County down 14-0. They have the ball in good position on the Meadowcreek 20-yard line. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. They recovered a fumble on a punt. Tommy Taylor with a 32-yard punt. Fumbled by Meadowcreek, recovered by Newton County at the 20. A missed pass play on 1st down. Going to try to go for it here on 2nd down. Michael Sellers takes the snap. Give to Adrian Carr, 15-10, and brought down there. Only had one man to beat, but brought down right at the end. Adrian Carr on the carry for Newton County.
Looks like Eric McKee brought him down for the Mustangs.
It's a gain of, we're going to say 8 from here. Ball is on the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Rams. Wishbone formation again. Michael Sellers takes the snap. Give to Carr. Carr racing out to the left side. 10 has the 1st down. 5. Did he get in there? No, he did not get in there, but he is very, very close, and it'll be a 1st down for Newton County. Adrian Carr with some excellent running to that left-hand side.
He was weaving in and out of everything. That was amazing.
Adrian Carr, when he is on, is one of the best runners in this region in terms of spin moves, weaving from side to side.
Very, very quick. He was not about to let somebody get him.
It'll be 1st down and goal. And judging from the spot, the Rams have about a yard to go. Very, very little territory left to go. Call it a gain of 11 for Carr. 1st down on the Meadowcreek 2-yard line. May even call that the 1-yard line.
It's close.
No whiteouts, of course. Sellers just going to go in himself, and touchdown Rams! Michael Sellers running in from just a little ways out, and finally Newton County breaks that scoreless streak and gets on the board with 6 points. 28 seconds is all that's left here in the third quarter.
That fumble definitely helped the Newton County offense. They were really, really getting close, and after that fourth down, it didn't look like they were going to make it in this quarter, but as luck would have it, they're back again and on the board.
Trailing by 8. They will trail by 7 if West Billingsley can split the uprights here. Here comes the snap. It's a good one. Here is the kick, and it is good. And Newton County trails by only 1 touchdown. It'll be 14-7 Meadowcreek with just a couple of ticks left on that clock here in the third quarter. And we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action after this here on WGFS AM 1430. Newton County Rams are set to kick off at the welcome site. 14-7 your score. Meadowcreek in the lead. Here's the kickoff from West Billingsley. And the kick is a high kick toward the right sideline, fielded by Jamal Jesse at the 15-yard line. Gets a block to the 20, to the 25, and a fumble on the play. Can Newton County recover inside their own 20? No, it's called Meadowcreek football on the 21-yard line. Jamal Jesse fumbling the football, giving the Newton County Ram fans a little something to cheer about, but Meadowcreek football. 45-yard kick from West Billingsley, a return of 8 yards from Jamal Jesse. And a fumble on the play, but it is recovered by Meadowcreek. And it's spotted on the 21-yard line, and as that happens, your third quarter has drawn to a close, and we will take this break and be back with your final quarter. Rams trailing by a touchdown, and we'll be back right after this. Newton County Ram football here on WGFS AM 1430.
Here's a simple...
Your fourth quarter of action is about set to begin. Meadowcreek only ran 6 plays from scrimmage in the third quarter. They gained a total of 10 yards from scrimmage there in that third quarter. Newton County not much better as far as yards gained, but they had a drive where they were at the Meadowcreek 20-yard line after a fumbled punt. Newton County, 4 plays, 20 yards, and the touchdown. And now as we head to the fourth quarter, Meadowcreek with field position at their own 21-yard line. Full 12 minutes on the scoreboard. That's all that's left in this game. Newton County gave up 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. They came back with one of their own just a few minutes ago. Pat Sullivan over center, and the give to his back out to the 27-yard line. That was Jimmy Bird on the run.
Torrance McCullum in on that tackle for the Rams.
And Bird gained 6 yards and brings the Mustangs in a second down situation out to the 27-yard line. It'll be a second down and 4 for the Mustangs. Splitting wide to the right side is Orentha Peavy. Sort of a spread formation from Meadowcreek. There's another give, and stopped right there is Jimmy Bird. Bird has been running all over the Rams tonight, but not on that play, as he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. May have gained a yard. In fact, he may have gained 2 yards, and that's what he did.
Looks like Jason Robbins was the one who had the hold on him for the Rams in that tackle.
Jason Robbins, a great second half last week.
The king of pain.
He's looking to police this defense. There's the snap. Sullivan with the handoff and going nowhere once again. The back. Looks like Jimmy Bird again on the run. Maybe close to a first down. They're going to call timeout.
Looks like Kevin Johnson was the one who held him back on that.
And they're going to call it a first down. No need to measure. No need for those sticks to come trotting out.
Last time it took them so long anyway. We'll take it.
They wanted to speed the game along. It's first down, Meadowcreek at their own 33. First time that Meadowcreek has picked up a first down in this half. 10:29 left in your ball game. 2 backs set again. Now a 6-man front for Newton County. And the give is to J.J. Lewis, who is stuffed right there. Tommy Taylor came in from his linebacker position and really gave a stuffing to J.J. Lewis.
He was helped along by Britt Mask on that play.
No gain from Lewis. And second down from the Meadowcreek 33 as Tommy Taylor with a good play there on first down. looking to put Meadowcreek back in that long yardage situation, trying to force them to go back to the air. Not a real successful game in the air for Meadowcreek, 22 yards so far from quarterback Pat Sullivan. Sullivan will take the snap. The give on the reverse is to Versi Gaddis. Gaddis is brought down at the 37 and a fumble on the play. Referees call the ball down, trying to pick up the ball, and it's Newton County football. Versi Gaddis, who had been used as a wide receiver for most of this game, was hit pretty hard right there at the 37-yard line, coughed up the football, and it will be Newton County football. They're going to have a chance to tie this thing up.
They've been given the opportunity. This is a chance to get on the even score.
Coach Cook mentioned in our interview before the game that in order for the Rams to win, in addition to all of their weapons on offense and defense, they got to have a little luck. And that's
exactly what's been thrown their way.
That's exactly right, and it's first down on the Meadowcreek 37-yard line. Sellers give to Adrian Carr. Carr pulled down over the 34-yard line, an unusual tackle from Atiyah Shakir. Shakir sort of pulled Carr forward past the line of scrimmage, so Carr gained 2. It'll be second down and 8 for the Rams on the Meadowcreek 35.
Just a little under 9 minutes left in the game.
On the past 2 drives, they've had great field position. Started out at the Meadowcreek 20 on their last drive in which they scored. Sellers takes it himself, and he'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage
by the other brother Shakir. That was Kamal Shakir on the tackle for the Mustangs.
So Shakir brings down Sellers. No gain there. It'll be third down for the Rams. They've got 8 yards to go, and a very important play, probably the most important on offense so far in this game. They get a loss of 1 from the 36-yard line. It'll be third down and 9 yards to go. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. Very important play for the Rams, who have had some trouble in the air. Patrick Warren splits wide to the left-hand side. Sellers will drop back to pass. His pass is complete to Cordell Benson. Runs out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The completed pass won't gain much yardage. In fact, they'll be a good 5 yards short of the first down. Sellers' pass complete to Cordell Benson. Ball is spotted on the 34, so it's only a 2-yard gain on that pass play. Fourth down and 6 yards to go. And Newton County, down a touchdown, is going to go ahead and go for it here.
A gutsy move by the Rams, and that's exactly, I guess, what they need right now if they want to get even in this game.
Patrick Warren now goes out to the right-hand side, over by that right sideline. Ball on the left hash mark at the 35-yard line. Sellers again dropping back. Stuck right there and brought down. Big loss on the play.
Gus Harmon just stuck it to Mike Sellers. Took him down way beyond the line of scrimmage.
That's a big blow to the Rams there on offense. Going gutsy on fourth down. Somebody missed an assignment there, as Gus Harmon just came in unmolested on that left-hand side and just stuck Sellers. The ball is spotted on the 44-yard line. That would be a 10-yard loss for Sellers. That's exactly what it will be, and it will be first down. Meadowcreek in their own territory, but in pretty good position at their own 44. 7:29 left to go. Important for the Rams to stick it to them here. Meadowcreek just trying to run the clock down. At this time, they're going to call a timeout, as apparently the quarterback, Sullivan, saw something wrong with his offensive setup or perhaps the defensive setup of Newton County. And while they take this timeout, so will we. And we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football, trailing 14-7 in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this. Robbins with you from Lilburn, Georgia, Berkmar High School Stadium, the home of the Berkmar Patriots and the Meadowcreek Mustangs. We sort of wish the Patriots were on the field tonight, but the Mustangs have a lead of 14-7. 7:24 left to go in your ball game. Meadowcreek has the football. They're on their own 44-yard line, first down. After Newton County getting stuffed on fourth down and long yardage to go, Michael Sellers dropped for a 10-yard loss. Passing on first down is Sullivan. His pass is tipped and incomplete. It was tipped by Toy Brown.
And Toy Brown was almost in there for the interception if he had just had a couple of more inches on that.
Pass was intended for Scott Green, who wanted an interference call but did not get it. Incidental contact as Toy Brown just inches away from pulling down that interception, so a first down pass is incomplete. That's the first time that Meadowcreek has tried to pass the ball here in the second half. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ram defense in that four-man front. Two corners coming up, one on either side. Give us to Bird, and Bird goes to about the 48-yard line, just falling forward for that yardage right there.
In on that tackle, number 54, Kevin Johnson for Newton County.
Kevin Johnson, not a name for a football player. Most people would know Kevin Johnson as a basketball player.
Well, also there was a Kevin Johnson at Clark Central too last year. Quite an impressive football player.
This Kevin Johnson looking to do as great a things as that one did at Clark Central. Made the stop there. It'll be third down and 6 for the Mustangs. Three-back set for Meadowcreek. And the give is to J.J. Lewis, who has a first down at the 36-yard line. J.J. Lewis breaking into open field and into the secondary. Very quick and brought down, but it's a first down.
Looks like Lamar Hips was the one who brought him down.
It's an 11-yard gain and another Meadowcreek first down. It's a 15-yard gain, make that for Lewis, and the ball is on the Newton County 37-yard line. Give once again is to Lewis, not going anywhere this time as the defense got right to it.
Another plethora of defensive players in on that. Looks like 5 or 6 Newton County Rams piling on top.
The more plethoras for the Rams, the better.
The better.
1-yard gain for Lewis. Second down and 9 to go from the Newton 36. Arentha Peavy comes out of the action. Meadowcreek has been trying to go to J.J. Lewis for big yardage. Here's the snap. It's a bad one. Jimmy Bird falls forward for a couple more yards. Past the 35.
Number 57, Marcus England, took that tackle for the Newton County Rams.
It's on the 33-yard line. It'll be third down and about 5 yards to go. We've got 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Important to stick Meadowcreek in this situation. Don't want to get them within field goal range. If they were stopped right now, it would be a 50-yard attempt. Too much even for the best kickers in this region. There's the give to Lewis, who is stuffed and stopped right there.
It looked like 5 or 6 Newton County Rams pulling on him every which way. They wanted that boy down.
They also wanted that football.
They wanted that football down, too. They wanted it.
It'll be fourth down from the 32-yard line, 4 to 5 yards to go.
Looks like the Ram defense is determined to keep that ball away from them as much as possible.
And Meadowcreek has been going forward on fourth down quite a bit tonight. Guess what? No exception. Meadowcreek going for a first down play. Newton County has held them to only 5 yards in the last 3 plays. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Bird. Bird gets the first down and down to the 21-yard line. Pitch to that left-hand side, and Jimmy Bird, very, very quick, uses a lot of leg motion and leg action to get that speed going.
The Rams' Rico Williams brought him down finally, but that was an excellent run for Meadowcreek.
And Jimmy Bird takes it to the 22-yard line. First down for the Mustangs. Once again, they go for it on fourth down, and once again, they pick up that first down. 2-back set, 1 wide out for Meadowcreek. Newton County coming up now in that 5-man front. Here's the give. Jimmy Bird goes to the 15 and is going to be stopped right there. And Jimmy Bird picking up another 7-yard gain. Referee standing around the 15-yard line as we had some trouble with players getting up from the pile.
Looks like Newton County had some slow getting up, 1 or 2.
Ball is on the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7 from Jimmy Bird. Second down, 3 yards to go. Meadowcreek on that Newton County 15-yard line. One of the most important defensive sequences for the Rams this year, trailing by a touchdown. Now only 3:48 remaining. they can stop Meadowcreek here at this stage of the game, they've still got a couple minutes to try to score that final touchdown. After that gain of 7 by Jimmy Bird, ball is on the 15. Second down, 3 yards to go. Bird comes out of the action, thankfully for Newton County. They won't see him on this play. Pat Sullivan over center, taking the snap, and the give is to Jesse. Jesse, the 15, the 10, down to the 8-yard line.
Jesse brought down by Kevin Johnson for Newton County.
And it will be first and goal now for the Mustangs as the referees put the ball down on the 8-yard line, another 7-yard gain. First down Mustangs at that Newton County 8. Next action for the Rams after this game will be their homecoming game against the Walton Raiders. That will be at Homer Sharp Field, of course, being that it's homecoming. And, of course, we'll be providing live play-by-play coverage here on WGFS, so stay tuned for that. Pat Sullivan takes the snap, gives it to Jimmy Bird. Bird to the 5.
3 minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock. And it continues to run as the referees set the ball back down.
It will be very difficult for Newton County to get back into this game if Meadowcreek can put the ball across the goal line here, because they'll be down 2 touchdowns with just a minimal amount of time remaining. It can be done, but it's difficult. Second down on the Newton 5. Aretha Peavy and Jimmy Bird in the backfield. And the give is to Bird, who will be stopped right at the 5-yard line.
And pushed back by several Newton County defenders.
Newton County doing a very good job on defense inside that 10-yard line, which is very necessary. And it will bring up third down as the run from Bird puts the ball on the 3-yard line, 2-yard gain. It'll be third. 3 yards and a touchdown, taking the heart out of that Newton County defense. 20-7 in favor of Meadowcreek.
He just ran right through a hole in the Rams defense. No one even got near him.
This Meadowcreek Mustang team has been impressive so far. They had a week off last week. That's an important factor. They had 2 weeks to prepare. They were well rested for this game. They've already had their off week.
They've taken a lot of chances in this game, and for them, it's turned out in their favor.
In for the point after attempt is Paul Scherer. Where's number 25 for Meadowcreek? Here is the kick. And it is good. It'll be 21-7 in favor of Meadowcreek, and we'll be back after this break for the remainder of your fourth quarter of action here on WGFS AM 1430.
September's best buys at Mayfield Ace Hardware.
The Rams have 2 minutes and 2 seconds to put 2 touchdowns on the board. They trail by 14 points to the Meadowcreek Mustangs 21-7. Number 25, Paul Scherer, will kick off. And back to receive is Adrian Carr and Cordell Benton, both of them standing on the 5-yard line. Now, Cordell Benton has some explosive speed. He ran back a punt 72 yards for a touchdown a few weeks ago. Scherer is set to kick. Here it is, a low liner. They're going to send it over Adrian Carr's way. Carr will let it go by into the end zone as he was diving after the football to try to get it. Fortunately for him and for the Rams, he missed it, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Newton County now has 80 yards to go in just a very, very short amount of time. Expect them to go to the air. As the Rams trail now by 2 touchdowns, we've got 2:02 left.
Looks like no time expired on that last play.
That will benefit Newton County.
Definitely.
As they have a few more seconds with which to execute this offensive plan. 2 touchdowns to make up in almost no time. Sellers drops back, rolls out to the left-hand side. Here's the pass. It is incomplete. Patrick Warren had to jump for it. He's a big guy. And it went over his head.
Right between his hands. Too bad.
The pass from Sellers incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 on the Newton 20-yard line. Trailing by 2 touchdowns, and that last touchdown that was scored from Jamal Jesse on that 3-yard run with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left sort of took the heart out of that Newton County team, and especially this offense. Michael Sellers looking to pass once again, looking for Warren. Incomplete again as it touched Warren's hands, but this time out of his reach.
Third down.
as it'll now be third down and 10 yards to go. Patrick Warren got a couple of fingers on that football, not able to catch it though.
Unfortunately, now the Rams are getting a little aggressive, but it's under pressure. It's under a lot of pressure.
And there's 1:48 left to go. Third down. Michael Sellers will take the snap. Rolling out, he's under a serious amount of pressure, gets free of it, and is stripped up and brought down at the 12-yard line. Flags on the play. Probably a late hit.
Looks like it's going to be on number 78, Brandon Thomas, for the Mustangs.
Sellers lost about 7 yards on the play and went down at the 13-yard line. Now the late hit will bring the ball up to the 28. So Sellers lost 7, but the penalty against Meadowcreek can help out Newton County here. The ball will be on the 28-yard line. We'll check and see if it is third or fourth down. It'll be fourth down, but that penalty against Meadowcreek, 15 yards, puts the Rams just a few yards short of that first down. It'll be fourth down and short yardage. Now ready to go as the Rams split 3 folks out wide to the right-hand side. Sellers takes it himself, and there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be an illegal motion call.
Sellers had to take it himself. The ball is spotted back on the 28, no gain. We've got 1:34 left to go, and the Rams trail by 14 points here at the Berkmar High School Stadium. Meadowcreek looking to move to 2-0 this season.
The officials conferring on this one right now. Against Newton County, and they decline it.
That penalty against Newton is declined, so count the run from Sellers. No gain on that run, and Newton County puts the defense back on the field with virtually no time left. Meadowcreek basically can just run the clock out. It's a heartbreaker, as Newton County was in it up until about 2 minutes left in this game. Jamal Jesse with that 3-yard run pretty much put it out of reach.
Been a lot of tough knocks on the Newton County Rams tonight. Luck just didn't go their way a lot of times.
It's under 1.5 minutes now left to play as Pat Sullivan goes over center, 3-back set. Just looking to run the clock out, nothing more that they can do. The pitch goes to number 34, Jimmy Bird. Bird goes down to the 20-yard line and brought down there close to a first down.
He's brought down by Lamar Hicks for the Newton County Ram defense.
Did Bird get the first down? We will see. The ball is on the 20-yard line, make it the 19. It is not a first down, but it's a gain of 9 yards, second down, short yardage. J.J. Lewis, along with Jimmy Bird in the backfield to give this to Bird, has the first down. Open field, 15-10. There's a penalty flag. Bird is down at the 10. We'll see what the flag is. Holding against Meadowcreek. The ball right now is on the 13. We'll see where it goes after the holding call against the Mustangs. So yet another penalty against Meadowcreek.
With 41 seconds left in the game.
Basically what that means is that the penalty doesn't really mean a whole lot in this situation.
Not with this little time left.
10-yard penalty for holding against the
It's a 10-yard penalty against Meadowcreek for the holding. Bird had gained to the 15, but with the penalty, the ball is spotted on the 25, and they'll repeat the second down. Sullivan takes the snap over center with 26 seconds left. Gives to one of his backs who pulls out rather to the 21-yard line. That was Olyntha Peavy on the run.
And it looks like the clock is probably going to run out on this.
about 3 yards.
Ball is spotted at the 22, making a 3-yard gain.
8 seconds left.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Meadowcreek lines up, but they won't get this play off. That'll be the end of your ball game as Meadowcreek picks up the victory over Newton County. Your final score in the game, the Mustangs 21 and the Rams 7. And we will be back to wrap it up for you Coming up right after this break, you're listening to Newton County Rams football here on WGFS AM 1430.
Where do you go when you need a prescription filled?
And we are back for the final time here at Brookmore High School Stadium. Your final score in the game, Meadowcreek 21, Newton County 7. To give you an idea of how bad it was on the offense for the Rams tonight. Now, the Rams had some trouble moving the ball the past couple weeks, but this time it happened for 4 quarters in a row, and the Rams are capable of a lot more as far as moving the football. But on this particular night, they had trouble with that strong Meadowcreek defense. By the way, Meadowcreek shut out Brookmore in the first game by a score of 8-0. For Newton County, Michael Sellers, the leading rusher, he picked up a total of 17 yards on 16 carries. Patrick Gaither, second best rusher, 15 yards on 5 carries. Adrian Carr, 3 yards on 8 carries, and Cordell Benton had 1 carry and got stuffed for a 3-yard loss. So for Newton County, a total of 30 carries for a combined total of 32 yards rushing, way down from their totals of over 300 yards last week. As far as the air is concerned, Michael Sellers had to go to the air 10 times, completed 3 passes, 54 yards, and he was forced to throw in a lot of situations. Newton County's strength is on the ground, and Meadowcreek stopped that strength, and Holly Robbins, that's the reason why they won this game.
I also was saying to you earlier, I think a lot of it, just bad luck. I mean, every time that Newton County had a great opportunity, something happened and something went wrong. And to Meadowcreek's benefit, they turned things around. They took a lot of chances, and it went in their favor. Unfortunately, Newton County just didn't have a lot of luck when it came to trying to take advantage of those things.
And Newton County had some situations, especially on 4th down, where Meadowcreek was gutsy and decided to go for those first downs. And most of the time when they did it, they went for it and got the first down. And Meadowcreek picking up the victory 21-7. Well, Holly Robbins, I have appreciated it very much, and we're going to talk real quick to Jay Milligan about tonight's game between Newton County and Meadowcreek. And Jay, you had a chance to watch a lot of the game from directly behind us, and your impressions of Newton County, who is a team that normally runs the football well, but they had trouble with it tonight.
Well, there's just too many mistakes out there tonight. There's not enough blocking. And Meadowcreek showed no respect for the passing game whatsoever. They just loaded up the front, stopped them every time they tried to do something.
The key was stopping the run, and Meadowcreek did that. Newton County gaining only 32 yards on the ground. So Meadowcreek picking up the 21-7 victory, and they'll be taking on Walton in homecoming. How much of a factor is this game in that next week's game?
For Meadowcreek?
No, for Newton County, who'll be playing Walton.
They'll just have to go back and regroup and try to do some more passing and a little better blocking.
Newton County will be taking on the Walton Raiders next week, next Friday night, as a matter of fact, at Homer Sharp Stadium. It'll be the homecoming for the Newton County Rams, and we'll be covering a lot of the homecoming festivities, but especially the game next Friday night, beginning with the tailgate show, myself and Paul Daly, beginning at 7 o'clock. Well, for Jay Milligan and for Holly Robbins and for executive producer Jeff Johnson, this is Kevin Holden from Brookmore High School Stadium. One more time, your score, Meadowcreek 21, Newton County 7. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to exciting Newton County Rams football on WGFS AM 1430. Ram football has been brought to you by the Family Health Food Store, Newton Federal Savings and Loan, Coast to Coast Home and Auto, Covington Cable Television, City Pharmacy, Mayfield Ace Hardware, Patrick's Feed and Seed in downtown.